Welcome to the Daily Quiz Podcast. Today's category is art and literature. Let's get to it. Question 1. Which author wrote The Final Problem? Is it A. Arthur Conan Doyle, B. Agatha Christie, C. Oscar Wilde, or D. George Orwell? The answer is A. Arthur Conan Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle, the author of The Final Problem, actually grew tired of writing Sherlock Holmes stories and decided to kill off the famous detective in this particular story. However, due to public outcry and demand for more Sherlock Holmes adventures, Doyle eventually brought the character back to life in later works.
Question 2. Who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Is it A. Michelle Palin, B. Terry Pratchett, C. John Wong, or D. Douglas Adams? The answer is D. Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams, the brilliant mind behind The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, once jokingly claimed that he loved deadlines because of the whooshing sound they made as they flew by. This humorous perspective on time management reflects Adams' unique and witty approach to both writing and life.
Question 3. Which of these is the plot to the novel Frankenstein by Mary Shelley? Is it A. A tiger visits a house for tea and eats everything it has inside? B. A brief history of space, science, and time? C. A boy makes friends with a Jewish boy at a concentration camp? Or D. A scientist in want of a companion creates a living creature who turns out to be misunderstood and is subject to torment by all he meets? The answer is D. A scientist in want of a companion creates a living creature who turns out to be misunderstood and is subject to torment by all he meets.
An interesting fact about Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein is that the story was inspired by a nightmare she had during a stay in Switzerland. The idea for the novel came to her in a dream after discussions with Lord Byron and Percy Shelley about galvanism, which is the contraction of muscles stimulated by electricity.
Question 4. In what book does Tigger make his first appearance in a location called 100 Acre Wood? Is it A. Winnie the Pooh, B. The Wind in the Willows, C. Peter Pan, or D. Alice in Wonderland? The answer is A. Winnie the Pooh.
In the beloved book Winnie the Pooh, Tigger makes his first appearance in the whimsical setting of 100 Acre Wood. Interestingly, Tigger's bouncy and exuberant personality was inspired by a real-life event when author A. Milne's son, Christopher Robin, received a toy tiger as a gift from his mother.
Question 5. Which author wrote Murder on the Orient Express? Is it A. Agatha Christie, B. Lewis Carroll, C. Charles Dickens, or D. Robert Louis Stevenson? The answer is A. Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie, the brilliant mind behind Murder on the Orient Express, was also a real-life mystery solver. During World War I, she worked as a pharmacy assistant and learned about poisons that would later inspire her intricate murder plots. Her expertise in toxicology added an extra layer of authenticity to her detective stories.
Question 6. Which author wrote The Famous Five? Is it A. Oscar Wilde, B. J.R.R. Tolkien, C. Enid Blyton, or D. Lewis Carroll? The answer is C. Enid Blyton.
Enid Blyton, the author of The Famous Five, was known for her incredible productivity. She wrote over 600 books in her lifetime, with an estimated 2 billion copies sold worldwide. Blyton's storytelling captivated generations of readers and continues to be beloved by children and adults alike.
Question 7. Which author wrote Ivanhoe? Is it A. Oscar Wilde, B. Alphonse Daudet, C. J.R.R. Tolkien, or D. Walter Scott? The answer is D. Walter Scott.
Walter Scott, the author of Ivanhoe, was not only a talented writer but also a pioneer in the genre of historical fiction. Interestingly, he initially published Ivanhoe anonymously in 1819, leading to much speculation and curiosity about the mysterious author behind this beloved novel.
Question 8. Which book contains the character Stephen Dedalus? Is it A. The End of the Affair, B. The English Patient, C. Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, or D. An American Tragedy? The answer is C. Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man.
In Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, the character Stephen Dedalus is actually based on the author James Joyce himself. Joyce used this semi-autobiographical novel to explore his own experiences and struggles, making Stephen Dedalus a complex and deeply personal character that reflects the author's own journey towards artistic self-discovery.
Question 9. Which author wrote Wuthering Heights? Is it A. Oscar Wilde, B. H. Rider Haggard, C. Emily Bronte, or D. Percy Bysshe Shelley? The answer is C. Emily Bronte.
Emily Bronte, the author of Wuthering Heights, was known for her reclusive nature and mysterious persona. She often used the male pseudonym Ellis Bell when corresponding with publishers, adding an intriguing layer to her already enigmatic personality. This added a touch of intrigue to the legacy of this classic novel.
As we close this chapter on art and literature, remember, life imitates art, so keep painting your own masterpiece. Until next time, stay creatively curious. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Until tomorrow, farewell. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.